My second revision was on my movie review, which was a review of the movie The Help. Um, Here in the first paragraph, I added this little thing right here, his 2014 movie, to use like the given new style of sentences, so it connects the first sentence to the second. Here I erased the period and the beginning of that sentence because it wasn't necessary. The whole sentence up here is talking about the movie, so you know that it's set in the 1960s without having to say this movie is. Um, Here I just had some word choice problems, like accurate, changing accurate to authentic just makes a little more sense. And sometimes I just have a hard time like getting the right word to come to my head, so I just throw something in there and it doesn't always make sense. Interested and entertained is like repetitive. They both mean the same thing in relation to watching a movie, and so I just erased interested. Um, you suggested to me to change viewers on their toes to edge of their seats, which like I don't know why I said on your toes. I guess it's just a saying that came to my mind, but I didn't realize that it actually like meant that they were doing that. So I changed that. Um, Throughout the essay, I kept calling the book that was written in the movie called a novel, but it's actually an expose. So I changed that a few times throughout the paper. Oh, and right here, um, this uh, this little word r/is referring to help, and help is like singular, so I changed r to is. This paragraph was pretty good. I separated out the characters. I separated the long paragraph into small paragraphs about each character, and within them I added a couple sentences. Here, the one about Abilene, I added a few words to make it more clear. Change novel to expose. I couldn't get the little accent on the E, I guess. This paragraph just needed something to kind of like tie it together, so I just like added a few sentences here at the end to connect it and wrap it up. Okay, so here's where I separated the characters. I had to add a lot more about Skeeter because I didn't have that much information on her, and I think I hit like a lot of the points that like makes her character so like special and um, unique and relatable. Um, Change taught to teaches because I used present tense, or not present tense. Yeah, present tense in the rest of the paragraph, so I had to change, not past tense. I ended the sentence here because I thought it kind of was becoming a run-on sentence after it talks about what she taught, and then when Elizabeth walks in, it didn't have to be like one whole sentence. That's kind of a lot to fit. So I separated it out. And then here I like analyzed the scene a little more instead of just summarizing it. It the scene needed, or like the scene, so I added a little bit of analyzation about what this action like really shows and like displays the like abandonment of May from her mom, and um, how it makes Aibileen more of like a mother figure to May. Again, in this paragraph, I added more of like a analyze type sentence because I had a lot of summaries in my essay, but I didn't really ever go into detail about what the scenes meant, why they were like important. And so here, as I added something at the end, it more describes the relationship between Celia and Minnie, and how it's an odd relationship, but it's completely normal to Celia, and it's new and exciting for Minnie. A couple word changes down here that you suggested for me. Degree of anger rather than amount makes a little more sense. I changed, here's another word change that was suggested. Instead of a multitude of, just several. It's much simpler and less words. I added a few words into these sentences here. The extent to which some people will go to show their hatred, rather than the extent to which people go to show their hatred. It's kind of like vague and confusing, but when I added the extra adjective and verb, it made it a little more. Sorry, I thought I was gonna sneeze. um, Down here, I changed a comma to that to keep it as one full sentence, smoother, no pause. Since I separated, wait, no. Let's see what I do here. Oh, here I had to add a period after the parenthesis. I kind of forget how the proper like grammar is with parentheses and periods. The sentence that I added here simplified like the idea that most viewers, or like the feelings that most viewers would have and why, and it kind of made a better transition into the next paragraph, I thought. Here I had to italicize the help. Forgot to do that. I added a few words in here after reading it over and over again. I thought it needed a little more like pinpoint, like narrow it down so that the reader knows exactly what is going on. Sometimes I'm a little vague in my sentences. My last sentence was just like really bad. It didn't really even make sense at all. And so I erased that and I moved the sentence up here into the paragraph because my last point was like pretty strong, talking about how far our country has come in 50 years. And then because of that, I added a little more information about why I made the point of how far our country has come in 50 years. So I just added a few sentences to go more into depth of that. And that's pretty much it.